Hi, my name is Miranda. I would love to take you through some exercises that will help to stretch and strengthen your muscles to protect you from injury and also to help improve your balance while paddleboarding. So we will start with some gentle exercises to warm up and then move on to some stronger abdominal and leg exercises, as strong abs will really take the strain off your shoulders and your back, and the legs and the flexibility we will do will really help your balance. So if you come onto your back first of all, just take a moment on your back, settle, and then bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock from side to side. It's just a lovely movement for stretching out the back. Give your back a nice massage. Then coming to center. Shoulders away from your ears. And then circle your knees. Bring your knees in towards you. Separate them. Take them away from you and back together again. So 2 circles with the knees. It's a little bit like breaststroke with the legs. Making those circles as big or small as feels good in your body. And you'll notice, not only is it bringing a lovely movement, a freedom of movement to the hips, but it's also gently waking up the abdominal muscles. And then take the circles in the other direction. Just observing how that feels in your body. And always, whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're doing what feels good for you. And then bring your feet down to the floor, hip distance apart, arms by your sides. When you're ready to, inhale, take your arms up towards the ceiling and over towards the floor beyond your head. And exhale, bring your arms back up towards the ceiling and back down by your sides. Inhale again, take your arms up and over beyond your head. And exhale, back up towards the ceiling, back down by your sides. The next time we're going to do that, we're going to do it with bridge. So inhale again, arms up towards the ceiling and over towards the floor beyond your head. And exhale, tip your pelvis back and then roll up 1 vertebra at a time to come up onto your shoulders. Inhale, reach and stretch with your hands as if you're trying to touch the wall behind you. Lift up a little higher. And exhale, roll back down away from those hands. So 1 vertebra at a time, peeling back down onto the floor. You'll feel a good stretch in your lats, the arms that connect, the muscles that connect the arms to the torso. Inhale, resting breath in. And when you're ready to exhale, roll back up again, peeling your spine up off the floor. Come up onto your shoulders. Inhale again, reach and stretch. Exhale again when you're ready to roll back down away from those hands, feeling that lovely length that it creates in the body, not just the arms. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, roll up again. See if you can peel each vertebra up off the floor 1 by 1. Again, reach and stretch. And exhale to roll back down again. 1 vertebra at a time as much as possible. And then just stay here for a few breaths. Breathing through your nose and breathing deeply. So if we breathe really deeply, it really helps to encourage muscles to let go. So long, deep breaths down into your belly. Full exhales. Feeling this release, this length in those muscles. And then release out of it. Take your hands behind your head and take your feet about as wide as the mat. Inhale. And exhale, take your knees over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take your knees over to the right. Inhaling to center. And exhale, lift the left. This time reach your way and down with your right knee, so a little bit further. Inhale, come back to center. Exhaling over to the right, and again, when you get there, reach your way and down with that left knee, a little bit more. Inhale to center, and keep going. Just observe this lovely inward, internal and external rotation of the thighs, but also that movement up of the torso. Coming into a twist. So our obliques are really important when we're paddling. Kayaking too. So just observing this twist, stretch. Also down the waist. And then when you come to center this next time, make that the last time. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to take the knees over, but keeping the feet off the floor. So inhale. Exhale, take your knees over to the left a little bit. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, take your knees over to the right a little bit. Inhale, center. And keep going. And maybe that little bit is a little bit more each time. Keeping your shoulders down. Only going as far as your body feels happy to. Again, strengthening the obliques. The obliques in these twists are getting a lovely stretch and engaging. So it really helps our flexibility and our strength. So maybe going a little bit further. Maybe taking your knees almost to the floor. But don't take them all the way to the floor. But if you do take them further, just making sure that your body is happy to, and you're not straining to come back up again. And one more time each side. And come back to the middle. Hug your knees and rock from side to side. We're going to roll over onto our bellies. So if you come onto your hands and knees and bring your hands underneath your shoulders, shoulders away from your ears and elbows in, front of the feet on the floor. We're going to come into Cobra, a nice back bend. So don't push yourself up with your hands, let your back do the work. When you're ready to, inhale, come into a back bend. So you could almost have the hands up off the floor. And exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up again, up into a back bend. Keep the shoulders down, away from your ears, your neck relaxed. And exhale, come back down. And again, a few more times. Keep it as soft and as fluid as you can. So don't let tension creep up into your body. Think about being in water or that you are water. Really visualize that fluidity in you. Softness. Keep it soft, fluid. The back muscles strengthening. And when you come down this time, stay down. We're going to come into downward dog. So come up onto your hands and knees. And spread your fingers. And you want to aim to have the creases of the elbows facing forward so the shoulders are in a really lovely, healthy position. Another way to describe it is if you do an outward wave with the hands attempt to do that. Creases of the elbows forwards, toes under, and come into downward dog. Downward dog is like an upside down V. And pedal your legs. So bending one leg, take the opposite heel away and down. Just feel that lovely stretch that happens in the legs and in the feet. And our feet are really important to us when we're paddling. on a paddleboard, standing up or kneeling, to have a flexibility and a strength in the feet. Really helps improve our balance. So tight ankles will make kneeling really uncomfortable. Just observing this lovely feeling of stretch in the legs and the feet. And then come up onto your tiptoes, up high. And take the heels away and down. Come up onto your tiptoes, up high. And exhale, heels away and down. One more time, coming up. And again, heels away and down. And then take your feet a little bit further back. Come down onto your knees again. And lower down onto your belly. This time bring your hands underneath your forehead. So making a nice pillow with your hands. Plant the feet on the floor. We're going to raise the straight legs, strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes at the back. So inhale, take your right leg up, straight leg up. And exhale, take the leg down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, down. One more time. And then you might feel that doing both legs is accessible to you. Otherwise, one more time either side. So if it's accessible for you to do both, inhale both legs, or otherwise one at a time. Exhale down. Inhale both, or the other side. And exhale down. And then take your hands behind your back. Clasp your hands together behind your back. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And then take your hands away up off your bottom, up as high as they go. Reach up with those arms. We're going to come into a back bend again. So inhale, head and chest up. Make sure your neck is as free as possible. And breathe. Just observing your body here. And come down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to stretch out the legs again. So again, make sure those upper arms are rolled out. So the crease of the elbow is pointing towards the front of the mat as much as possible. Toes under, into downward dog. This time, bend your legs. Take your tail away and up, long back. Tail reaching halfway up the wall behind you. Make sure your knees are pointing forwards and straighten your legs as much as the legs straighten, where your back is still lovely and long. Shake your head around, make sure your neck is lovely and free. And stay here and breathe for a few moments. Long back, legs only as straight as they go with a nice long back. And then come down to your knees. Bring onto the hands and knees, the front of the feet flat. We're just going to engage the abs a little bit here, so make sure again that the upper arms are rolled out, creases of the elbows as much as possible facing forwards. Inhale, and exhale, take the weight off your right hand. Don't take it off the floor though, just take the weight off it. Inhale, let the weight come back down. Exhale, take the weight off your left hand. Inhale, back down. Exhale, take the weight off your right hand. Inhale, back down. Exhale, take the weight off your left hand. You'll feel your abdominal muscles engaging. Inhale, back down. Exhale, take the weight off your right hand, then take your right arm forwards, palm facing forwards. Stay here for a few breaths. And take the hand back down. Make sure the creases of the elbows are facing forwards. On an exhale, take the weight off your left hand, then take your left arm forwards, turn the palm off to the right. Again, breathe. Listen to your body here. And bring the hand back down. Then inhale, take your right arm out to the side, reaching up into a twist. And exhale, take the hand down behind your left hand, slide it through and come to rest on your right side of your head for a moment. Then inhale, push the floor away with your left hand, reach up and stretch. And exhale, take the hand down again behind your left hand, slide it through, coming to rest on the side of your head. Inhale again, reach up, stretch, last time up, reach up, exhaling again down behind the left hand. We're going to stay here for a bit. So come to rest on the side of your head and breathe. And just make sure that you're happy here. If you feel you need padding underneath your head, then give yourself that padding. And just observe that stretch around the shoulder, a bit of a twist. Just observing again, breathing deeply. And then push the floor away with your left hand to come back up. Inhale, left arm up, reach up and stretch. Exhale down behind your right hand, slide it through and come to rest on the left side of your head. Inhale, push the floor away with your right hand, reach up and stretch again. And exhale again, hand behind your right hand, slide it through. Last time, inhale, take that arm up again, reach up and stretch. And exhale again, take the hand down behind your right hand, slide it through, and again, settle down. Breathe. Again, just observe that gentle stretch, that twist. Make sure your body is happy here. And then push the floor over with your right hand to come up off your hands and knees. And then come up off your hands. Bring your hands to prayer. Shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, staying in a straight line from the knees to the top of your head. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, lean back. Inhale to neutral. You'll feel your thighs working, your tummy muscles working, and your glutes working. Muscles that really help to give us stability and strength. Only come back as far as your body is happy to. The further you go back, the stronger it is. You can work as hard or as gently as you feel you want to or you need to. Working with awareness. And when we learn to listen to our bodies, it really helps us to prevent injury. And to neutral, and come to kneeling. And some people will feel, oh wow, this is really uncomfortable. But to be able to paddle comfortably and to go on a paddleboard easily, we need to be able to kneel. So you want to be able to feel these muscles over here aren't too tight. If you need padding underneath your ankles, if they're tight, give yourself a bit of padding. If you need something behind your knees, then give yourself a bit of padding behind your knees. But if you're happy to stay here, we're going to do a bit more stretching here. So as you exhale, tip your pelvis back, lower back, so your tail curls under. Inhale, tip your pelvis forwards. Exhale, curl your tail under. Inhale, forwards. Exhale again, tail under. You'll feel a little bit more of a stretch here in the front of the thighs. A few more times. And if that is a big stretch for you, stay here, or just stay kneeling to make sure that these muscles here let go. If you're happy to go into a bigger stretch, take your hands behind your bottom, behind your feet, and the same thing, exhale, tip your pelvis back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, curl your tail under. Inhale, forwards. A few more times. And just maybe next time you do it, you might be happy to come into a back bend. So tail curled under and lift yourself up into a back bend. Breastbone lifting, pubic bone lifting. Squeeze your buttocks if that gives you a little bit more lift. Breathe. Really push the floor away. Don't hang your head back. Just make sure your neck is happy. And then come down. Bottom onto your heels. Hands on the floor. Come into downward dog. It feels nice after being there. So again, the creases of the elbows facing forwards, toes under, into downward dog. And pedal. And then come back down onto your knees. So we're going to do some work on our biceps, triceps. So again, make sure the creases of the elbows are facing forwards, nice long back. So we're going to bend the arms on an exhale, but rather than the elbows coming closer towards the floor, I want the elbows to really be pretty much above the wrists, and so your nose comes in front of your hands. So you're inhaling to come up. Exhale, take your nose down in front of your hands. Inhale, come back up again. So don't let the elbows come further back towards the floor, and don't let them go out. Keep your elbows in. So if you feel it's really easy, you're probably doing it wrong. So creases of the elbows want to be facing forwards. Your exhale, maybe you just go a little bit of the way down and up. If it's really strong, just go a little bit of the way down and back up. But maybe you can go further. Again, just do what you feel you can. Don't go down and then find you've gone down so far that you can't push back up again. So maybe a little, maybe more. And come up off your hands and rotate your wrists. And this is a lovely movement for the wrists. And the other direction. And then we're going to come up to standing. So you come to standing and have your feet hip distance apart, arms by your sides. When you're ready to, inhale, rotate your upper arms out, the palms face forwards. You'll feel the shoulders go back and down. And exhale, let the arms come back in, but don't rotate them all the way around, just palms facing inwards. Inhale, rotate your upper arms out. Exhale, back in. Inhale, rotate them out. Exhaling back in, and just keep going. Observe how that feels in your shoulders. It is a lovely movement for the shoulders, just to really make sure they stay healthy and strong. Rotator cuff muscles are a group of muscles we only tend to hear about when we injure them. This is a great movement, keeping them healthy. Then next time you rotate them, take your arms up and exhale over to the left. Inhale, take your left arm down. And exhale, reach further, stretch. Inhale, come back up again. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, right arm down. And exhale, reach further. Inhale, come back up. One more time each way. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, left arm down. And exhale again, reach further. Inhale, come back up. And exhale over to the right. Inhaling, right arm down. And exhale, reach further. Inhaling to come back up. And exhale, arms down. Then we're going to come into a high lunge. So if you step to the front of your mat and then step back with your right foot. And rather than coming into a warrior one where the heel comes down to the floor, you make sure your heel is directly behind your toes, so it's off the floor, and reach back that right heel. Imagine you have got a headlight on your pubic bone, and that headlight is on full beam. It's not on dipped, it's on full beam, so you feel a lovely stretch in the front of your right hip. And then take your arms up, shoulders down. And just observe that stretch in the front of that right hip. Breathe deeply. It's often the muscles very tight. Just encourage a sense of release. And just being settled in this position. Then we're going to make the legs work a little harder. So inhale. Exhale, bend your right leg. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe it comes almost to the floor. Inhale, lift it, reach back. Exhale, lower that right knee. Maybe a little, maybe more. Inhale, lift it, reach back. And again. going. Feel those legs working. And when you come up this time, stay there, reach back with the heel. We're going to come into a twist. So inhale. Exhale, turn your right arm to the back behind you, forwards the left hand, coming twisting to the right. Inhale, come back to center. So the legs and the hips stay in the same place. Just the torso and the arms. Exhale off the left. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale off the right. Inhale to center. Exhale off the left. Keep going, one more time each side. And really feel how this is going to help your balance. Right arm back, left arm forwards. Inhale to center. Exhale off the left. Inhale, center. And exhale, step forwards. And shake your legs out. And we'll do the other side. So take your left leg back. And again, find that place where you feel a good, satisfying stretch in front of your left hip. So again, the heel is not turning in, it's behind the toes. Imagine that headlight on full beam on your pubic bone. Arms up, shoulders down. And again, just allow your body to settle here. Find that position of balance here, stability. And then we're going to lower that left leg. So again, only as low as feels good for you. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, reach back with the heel. Exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, lift, reach back. Keep going. When you come up this time, stay there. And again, settle. We're going to come into the twist again. So inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, off to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, off the left. Inhale, center. Exhaling off the right. And again, one more time each side. And step forwards and shake the legs out. And then we're going to do one of my favourite movements. So you take your feet a little bit wider, so they're a bit wider than hip distance apart. Soften your knees and swing from side to side. And just let your arms flop. Just letting your torso turn. Close your eyes. And it is a lovely movement for the shoulders, really releasing tension in the shoulders. It's a lovely movement for the torso. That twist, the stretch and the engagement. You can really feel this lovely balance of strengthening, strength and flexibility, so the stretch and the strengthen. And when these muscles are strong, it can really help us to correct ourselves when we fall. Observing, and it should feel good. Allow it to feel good. And come back to center. And then come to the front of the mat again. So inhale, rotate your arms and come into a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, bend your legs, chest onto your thighs, and then straighten your legs only as much as the legs straighten where your back is lovely and long. And then bend your legs and step back with one foot and the other. And then take your feet a little bit further back, so you're in a longer dog. Make sure the creases of the elbows are facing forwards and bring your knees to the floor. We're going to come into a plank. And plank might be with your knees on the floor for a gentler position. But make sure, first of all, your shoulders are above your wrists. Make sure the creases of the elbows are facing forward, so your shoulders are in a lovely, healthy position. Toes tucked under. If you are somebody who tips your pelvis forwards a little bit, just curl your tail under a little. Then inhale. Exhale, lift your knees, reach back with the heels. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Exhale, lift your knees, reach back with your heels. Inhale, knees to the floor. So maybe you're just going to stay with your knees on the floor. Maybe that's better for you. But keep going if you're happy. Knees off the floor on the exhale. And it should just be your legs moving. So the torso should stay fairly still. If you're happy to, maybe stay here. But maybe it's better for you to come up and down. Make sure that your neck is relaxed. You're not taking the strain up into your neck. And then bring your knees to the floor. Front of the feet flat. And lower down. Make a pillow with your hands for a moment. Turn your toes towards each other. And shake your bottom out. It's a lovely release. And then come up onto your elbows. So elbows are underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are away from your ears. We're just going to settle here into Sphinx pose, which this pose is called. Really feel that lovely back bend. It might be a bigger back bend than Cobra where you were earlier. It might not be. Just allow your body to soften here. Breathe. Really feel the length in the front of the body, the release in the front of the hips, the release in the abdominal muscles. And then we're going to come into an elbow plank, which is stronger than a plank on your hands. So toes under. Inhale. Exhale, lift up through your tummy button to lift your hips. Inhale, bring your knees to the hips back down. Exhale, lift up through your tummy button to lift your hips. Inhale, come back down. And if this is really strong, keep going with this. But if you're happy to, you might feel happy to stay up. Again, if you're somebody who tips your pelvis forwards, make sure you curl your tail under. You don't want to be tipping the pelvis forwards where your tummy muscles are not working, your back's doing the main part of the work. If you're happy to, you might feel happy to straighten your leg one at a time. Exhale, straighten your right leg. The toes stay on the floor. Inhale, bring your knee back down. Exhale, lift your left knee. Reach away with the heels, the toes are on the floor. Inhale, knee back down. Exhale, lift the right knee, reach away with the heel. Inhale down. Exhale, lift your left knee. Inhale down. Just maybe you're happy to do both. Lifting both knees on the exhale. Inhale down. Exhale both. Inhale down. And come down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your toes towards each other. And again, shake out. And we're going to come onto our backs. So come onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees again and rock from side to side. And just take a moment enjoying this lovely stretch, this lovely rocking movement. We're going to finish off with a twist. So if you roll over onto your right side and take your hands behind your head. Clasp your hands together behind your head. When you're ready to inhale, take the top elbow up and back. And exhale, bring the elbow back up and over. Inhale, up and back. Exhaling, back over. Inhale again, take the elbow up and back. And if you're happy to stay there and settle. Just find a place where your body is happy to be. But you might feel it's better to keep moving. So do what your body feels is right for you today. If you are happy to stay, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Just encouraging your body to let go. To release. Again, the deeper you breathe, the more your body will let go. So breathing through the nose, breathing deeply. And if your elbow and shoulder are on the floor, you may feel you want to go a little further, in which case straighten your right leg and bring your top knee, your left knee onto the floor, and you should find that takes the elbow up off the floor. So it just gives you further to go, a bit more of a stretch. But there's no point in doing that. If your elbow is not on the floor, you might as well stay with both legs bent. So again, breathe deeply. And then bring the elbow back up and over. And when you're ready to, if you roll over onto the other side, I'm going to swivel around so I'm still facing the camera. If you roll onto the other side, again, hands behind your head, elbows facing forwards. Inhale, take the elbow up and back. And exhale, bring the elbow back over. Inhale, elbow up and back. Exhaling, back up and over. And again, when you're ready to, if you're happy to stay on the open position, let your body just settle. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Again, just make sure that your body is happy here. Make sure that you can breathe deeply, that you're not trying so hard to be somewhere that you can't breathe properly. Because remember that exhale is where we let go. So if your breath is very shallow, your body won't let go. Feel the body releasing. And again, if that right elbow and shoulder are on the floor, you may want to straighten the bottom leg, the left leg this time, and bring the right knee onto the floor. Just observing how that takes the shoulder and the elbow off the floor probably. But again, just settling there, and you may feel that just gradually with the breath again, that elbow and the shoulder releases more towards the floor. So feel this lovely stretch around the torso, around the shoulder. Making sure that it feels good. And then bring the elbow back up and over. Come onto your back. And bring your knees in towards your chest and hug your knees. Rock from side to side, just to give your body some balance, evening it out, having done a one-sided move and then another. And just observing how you feel. And then if you come over onto one side and use your hands to push yourself up. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do subscribe if you enjoy my videos. Subscriptions really help people who are making videos to carry on doing them. Thank you.